What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. We're gonna be watching Horror Shorts Party again. Um, their content is growing on me even more, man, than when I used to watch it. Back then, like when I was watching Corey Kenshin and stuff, he used to react to this. So, you feel me? We doing it as well. We doing it, and I actually like these videos, especially the true story ones, like it's based off like true stories and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. And the animations and everything got way better than like a few years ago when I used to watch it. Um, but yeah, it was always good stories and everything. I always liked it. But yeah, uh, this particular video is three creepy true Valentine's Day horror stories animated. So we're gonna get right into this video. Right? Get the merch if you mess with it. Yo, what? Bro, what's going on here? The very, very creepy Valentine's obsession.
This happened around Valentine's Day a few years ago. At the time, I worked at a local food store, and I was staying in a small house with a roommate. We'd known each other for a while, and I felt safe living with him, despite being a single woman. On a random day at work, the store was slow, so I was just minding my business at the register when this middle-aged guy walked in. He scanned the room almost like he was lost, unsure of what kind of store he was in.
So right, then he found bro. Look at how he's looking right now. Look at how he's just looking around, and he just stopped at the door like that. It's a red flag. It's a red flag if I ever seen one.
Me, and his empty face lit up with a sudden dumb smile. Reflexively, I smiled back, putting on my customer service voice and greeting him like any other person.
Hello. Looking for anything in particular?
Oh, I think you know.
Well, I'm not a mind.
Well, I think your barber doesn't. So, you might... Like, what's this, bro? What's that? And you got... Bro, it look like you got makeup. I don't know what this is, bro. Came from a spa or something? Got...
Reader, but we got hot food, cold drinks, cigarettes, you name it.
All right, then.
Bro. Bro, what? This dude look like a dolphin or something, bro. Like a killer whale or something. Like, bro, what? Heck nah.
You.
Excuse me?
You said name what I want, and I want you.
Oh, you know, we don't sell people.
You know, I like a woman with a sense of humor. How about I get your number instead?
How about you buy a lottery ticket? Will those digits work?
That'll do. For now.
He said, how about you buy a lottery ticket with those digits work? Yeah, I know.
Ow.
In the beginning, I didn't think much of this guy. Unfortunately, this man, whose name I learned was Damien.
He looked like that I forgot his name, but that gay dude from One Punch Man, bro. I'm trying to tell you, he looked just like that dude.
Went beyond flirtation into full-blown obsession. Instead of coming in 2 or 3 times a week like a typical regular who had a crush on me, Damien came in every single day, usually more than once. Each day, he would try to get at me in different ways, starting with cheesy pickup lines.
Bro, his arms look like loaves of bread.
lines and cheap gifts from the drugstore across the street. But his attempts became dirtier, creepier, and wilder.
Yeah.
And then came February. Every single time he showed up, he told me how many days there were left until Valentine's Day. By this point, I was really starting to hate him. And on February 14th, I was finally done. A few hours before
Man, I'm sorry for the woman that have to go through stuff like this. That probably sucks. I can't fathom that. Fortunately, that's crazy. Damn, the same guy keep coming back and forth, back and forth. And you just don't know when to leave it alone. That's a dub.
my shift ended on Valentine's Day,
That's sad.
Damien came in and sulked around the store for a bit. When he came up to the register, he put a pack of condoms on the counter, then stared at me saying,
I'm really excited for tonight.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
this dude here, man.
Why's that?
I have my bedroom set up for a very special date. I've got wine, chocolate, Plan B, and fresh bed sheets to soil. But I was wondering, can you give me these for free?
And why
No.
the hell would I do that, Damien?
Well, because they're going to be inside you later.
You know what? I'm done. Get out!
What?
I said get the hell out of my
this
store
dude
before I call.
is bugging. Bro, get a prostitute, bro. Just buy something if you that desperate. Ain't no way you come in more than one time a day. And you seen this girl like that works there. You just keep coming in after she said that she's not interested, but you keep coming. Why, bro? Like, it comes to a point in time you wasting it. I don't understand. Shit, bro, you would never see me doing no sugar honey iced tea like that, bro. That's crazy. But there's too many women out here to be fixated on one if she don't want you, bro. Like, what? What are you doing? Hey, you trying, man. Especially she told you deliberately she does not want you on numerous occasions. You gonna come in for over a month. And man, I don't know what you on, but why is like you must be on something, bro. Bro, you got panda eyes or something. Like what's going on with you, bro? Bro.
Call the cops!
Fine. Raw it is.
Oh,
after one
my
final
God.
sickening remark, Damien left. For the rest of my shift, I tried to not let the whole encounter bother me. When it was time for me to go home, I was paranoid just to walk to my car, thinking he could be waiting for me outside the store. I then made it to my car and locked the doors immediately. That
Oh,
put
be
me at
not in
ease.
there.
I wasn't concerned about him at all on my drive home, nor was I worried about the walk from my car to the front door of my house.
Probably
I
know
lingered
you
in the
live
foyer
there.
as I slipped off my shoes and put my keys up on the hook.
He probably already know where you live. Cause he's moving a little too confident, bro. I don't know.
Calling out to my roommate to see if he was home. It was Damien. He ran inside my home and held a knife to my stomach. I couldn't even react.
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie.
Please get out of my house. I'm not alone.
Bullshit. I've waited here all day. I know you're lying.
Help! He's got a knife!
You bitch!
Oh my God.
The moment he stabbed me, my body froze from utter shock. I couldn't breathe or move. I was stuck standing there, looking at his face of pure
That's how you treat your Valentine, my dude? Bro. It's some guy has make believe one sided Valentine bro. Stab wounds as a Valentine's present or something, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? That's just crazy, though.
evil and hate as
It's
he stabbed me again and again.
true story, man. Talking about sweetie, bro. What's up with this, though?
Finally, I heard my roommate's voice. He was shouting, but he sounded like he was miles away. He managed to scare off Damien. Then he locked the door. When he looked over at me, reality finally caught up, and I collapsed. My roommate stayed with me and called 911. He kept telling me to stay awake,
W roommate, man.
to keep me from passing out. I focused on the pain of him pressing his body weight into my abdomen to slow the bleeding. At last, the ambulance came. With a drip of morphine and a bag of blood, they told me everything would be alright. I'm lucky to be able to say they were telling the truth. I recovered, albeit with a chunk of PTSD to work through. Thanks to the help from my community, Damien was arrested.
Yeah, get
I'm
him
immensely
outta here,
grateful
bro.
to them, and most of all to my roommate. Had he not been home, had he not acted in my defense, something far worse could have happened to me. If not for him, I might not even be alive. A customer who frequented a store in Connecticut stalked an employee before
Connecticut.
stabbing her 7 times on Valentine's Day. Damian Davis, 35, is charged with assault, home invasion, burglary, and stalking. The victim is alive but injured. According to the
I don't understand people like this, bro. Why can't you just find another girl who might be interested in you? You gonna try to take her against her will. She's been told you she do not want you, and you gonna attack her because she don't want you, and you could easily go get a prostitute or something. That's the thing. Like, if you really that desperate, just get a prostitute or something like that, bro. Like, get somebody who wanna trick her. Like, bro, I'm sure there's somebody out there who wants you. So why go through this? Why do all that? Get other people, innocent people hurt? Cause like, yeah, like I don't even know, bro. That's just why you so emotional. If that's the case, if you was mad that she dubbed you or whatever, like why are you emotional about it, bro? Just go to the next girl, bro. You go day after day to try to get the same girl that keeps rejecting you. Or you sad.
documents, Davis was known to frequent Sam's food store in Manchester where the victim worked. On the evening of the stabbing, surveillance camera captured Davis crouching near basement doors outside of the victim's home. He was described as wearing a complicated hooded face mask. When the victim came home shortly after 7 p.m., Davis opened the door and went inside after her. A nearby Ring camera recorded screams from the victim. A few seconds later, Davis is seen fleeing the home. The victim's cousin, who was also in the home, reported witnessing the suspect stab the victim in the stomach. Prior to the incident, Davis hung out at a smoke shop telling others he was dating the victim. A witness there said Davis made a lot of inappropriate lewd remarks about the
You was lying, talking about you dating them, bro. Bro, what is wrong with you?
victim. Following the stabbing, from her hospital bed, the victim told her mother that she knew who her attacker was because he had come into the store earlier that day. Police tracked Davis down and arrested him. Davis told police,
Bro, I want to talk, but son need to be worried about getting some blood stacks, bro. Man, like that year Valentine's. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like what? She got priorities mixed up.
where he ditched the knife, and also admitted to slashing tires in the victim's driveway in a previous incident.
Like what?
Miss you. 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 Miss
this, bro, why are they moaning for, bro? The Valentine strangers.
Last Valentine's Day, I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment with my girlfriend and my brother. He and I originally leased the place about 3 years back. My girlfriend had recently moved in and was obviously staying in my room. We had tentative plans to move out and get our own place one day, but living with my brother was very affordable, and as far as roommate situations go, mostly stress-free. For instance, he never got in the way of our couple time, as he called it. If we wanted to do something together like hog the living room for a night, he would just chill in his room or go out with his friends. When Valentine's Day came around, it was the same. I convinced my girlfriend that instead of going to some crowded overpriced restaurant, we should just cook something at home. I asked my brother if he wanted us to make him a portion, but he said he was content with staying in his room and letting us do our thing. The last thing he wanted was the third wheel. So, my girlfriend and I began our night. Everything was going great. We started cooking, and it honestly felt like my brother almost didn't even live there. My girl and I got tipsy on wine and whipped up a super fancy meal that took us forever to make. We ate across from each other on the little dining room table, and when we were finished, we started to clean up and load the dishwasher, hoping it wouldn't take too long, because we wanted to lay down on the couch and get on with the rest of the night, if you know what I mean. By then, it was almost midnight. We were still in the middle of putting things away when my brother finally came out of his room for the first time in a while. He saw that we were busy, and not getting busy, so he poked his head in for a second. He said he was heading to the liquor store and asked if we wanted him to pick something up for us, but we still had a whole bottle of wine to finish, so we were fine. Then, he nodded and left the kitchen. I was focusing most of my attention on my girlfriend, of course, but I could still hear him walking toward the front door. It opened, but instead of closing it right away, I heard my brother's voice again. He wasn't yelling to us, he was talking to somebody else. It sounded like whoever he was talking to had him nervous or something. Suddenly, the door slammed shut right before 2 men started shouting and screaming. I looked in that direction just as my brother came back into the kitchen. The 2 men were behind him holding guns to his head, and at us. It happened in an instant. I didn't have any time to prepare. None of us did. So we all just tried to do.
Bro, that's why you look before you open the door, bro. What? But he ain't do that.
What they said in the hopes they would let us go.
Hands up! Don't move!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to let him in.
Shut up! Don't talk to them!
Please, just take whatever you want. Just don't hurt us.
Trust me, we will. Now get down! I said get down!
Okay.
Except you.
He had to be
Who,
black.
me?
Who else, bitch? Go in that room and lie on the bed.
Oh God, no!
Get in there or die right here! Your choice! My boy here will watch over these bums while I take care of you.
Oh my God.
Get away! Don't touch me! No!
Nah.
We were forced to listen to it every single second, however long it went on. It must have felt like an eternity for her. When it was done, the door opened and he threw her out onto the kitchen floor with us, now stripped of all her clothes. Yet he still wasn't finished. He ordered me and my brother to take off our clothes as well. Then he began whipping us with belts mercilessly. His accomplice took his time to ransack our apartment and steal every valuable thing we had, but that was the least of our misery. The accomplice, as evil as he must have been to witness what was happening and not say a word, seemed to only be in it for the money. The bastard who gave the orders, however, he was a sick, demented scumbag whose only clear desire was to torture us. After the men left and that hour in hell was finally finished, we picked up the pieces and called 911. I knew my girlfriend would never be the same. She wouldn't speak. She just tried to cover herself, refusing to move or look at anyone. Days later, the man who beat us and forced himself onto my girlfriend.
Oh, so shiny, boy. Damn, you can see a reflection on that.
Was arrested. His accomplice was never found, and he never gave him up either. Without a plea deal for snitching, he was sentenced to rot in prison for 20 years. That's nothing compared to what he did, if you ask me. He wrecked our lives. He destroyed my girlfriend's life most of all. It's nearly been a year since that horrible night. I'll never forget how such a perfect Valentine's Day evening turned into hell on earth in a matter of seconds.
And this probably could have all been avoided if son looked before he opened the door.
Was inspired by a disturbing Valentine's Day incident regarding a man who police said broke into a Dover apartment, burglarized it, and forced himself on a resident. Monty Wilson, 26, has pleaded guilty for the Valentine's Day crimes and will now spend 2 decades in jail. Surveillance video showed that the home invasion occurred around 1 a.m. A resident was leaving the apartment when 2 armed men he didn't know forced their way into his apartment. He was punched multiple times in the back of the head. The man was then taken into the bedroom with a female victim before a 3rd resident was forced into the room. The 2 male victims were made to lay face down on the floor and the female forced to lay on the bed. The invaders then ransacked the house, stealing electronics, jewelry, wallets, phones, and bank cards. Wilson then took the woman into the living room and did what he did. Wilson also had 2 of the residents stripped naked and whipped their backs with a belt. Wilson's accomplice was never identified. Allegedly, an associate of Wilson sent him Instagram pictures of the victims at his residence, saying they were easy licks, a reference to robberies.
Damn.
Miss you. I miss you.
The very disturbing Valentine's of
I should have known my marriage was doomed from the start. My husband David was a very successful and attractive man, but he had already been married once before. He even had a daughter with the previous woman. The reason he gave for their divorce was always rather vague, though he always painted her as the villain. Sure, I had my suspicions, but I was naive enough to believe nothing like that would ever happen between us. I accepted his daughter as my own, and in time, we had twins together. After some time, we started a business together and opened several new locations together. The 2 of us were on.
Bro, what is that, man? Bro, she look like, man, what does she look? She look like Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt.
Unstoppable. Sadly, paradise did not last. It decayed gradually at first, almost so slowly that it was unnoticeable. We both started to spend more time at work, but always at different locations. I told myself we were just working hard in those times so we could take it easy in the future, but then our home life began to suffer as well. When David and I were alone together, he would barely touch me or look at me. At night, he fell asleep the moment he laid in bed, leaving me wide awake, feeling alone.
I don't really blame him, man. What that is, man. That's
and forgotten. Then, one night, I noticed he started smelling funny, like a musty and sweaty smell. I confronted him about it, but he would just say he was at the gym. That's when I knew something wasn't right. I knew he had to have been cheating on me, and he knew I wanted a divorce because of it. I wanted to take my sons and every penny he had, yet a divorce without clear cause would grant me next.
Every penny he has, crazy, man.
To nothing. I had to prove he was cheating, though with how busy I was, I could not do it on my own. That's when I hired a private investigator. The timing was perfect. Valentine's Day was coming up. Either David would have to bring the world to his knees and beg me to forgive him, or he would be planning something special for his mistress. Sure enough, it only took a few days for the private investigator to find out what David was up to. He had been sleeping with one of our receptionists, but what truly made my blood boil was where he was taking her. It was the exact same hotel we got married in. I couldn't take it any longer. The private investigator told me to wait for him to collect more evidence, but I was through. I had to confront that bastard right there and then. I drove the nice fancy car he bought me to the hotel that very night, when I found him in the lobby drinking with his little home-wrecking slut, so I let him have it.
You piece of shit! I knew it!
How do you, I mean, If you called out her name, how do you know? Do you know her? Do you know if she knows that you are with him or something?
You've been lying to me.
What? Who the hell are you? Excuse me, is
What?
everything all right over here?
No! Everything is far from all right. That man is cheating on me.
This is your husband? No, I'm not. I've never met this woman in my life. She just
That's
came up and
crazy
started
work, bro.
screaming at me.
Oh, that's bullshit. We were married here.
Ma'am, please come with me.
You asshole. You'll regret this. I'll take everything you have. You'll be nothing without me. You hear me? Nothing.
Despite my unbridled rage, I was not strong enough to fight the men that dragged me out of the lobby. Of course, I knew they had been fed a string of lies by my husband, and it wasn't their fault they didn't understand what was going on. So I did my best not to take my anger out on them. Luckily, I didn't have to restrain myself for long. Once they got me back inside of my car, they thought their job was done, so they left and went back inside. I stayed there for a minute or two, just trying to cool off before driving away. But then I saw him, David. He had the gall to come out to the parking lot to talk to me, as if there was anything he could do that would help. Actually,
Now you wanna talk, bro? You just said that you don't even know her, bro. What you mean? You don't know her, and now you coming up to her, called, trying to talk to her, get her to redo or fix her mindset, change her mindset. Like, what are you doing, bro?
there was one thing he did that I liked. He stood directly in front of my car, trying to keep me from leaving. I couldn't resist that golden opportunity. His final gift to me. I put my car in drive and floored it. The engine roared and the tires spun as I rocketed toward him. His two-timing body crashed onto the hood and crushed the windshield. It rolled over the roof and tumbled onto the ground behind me before I finally slammed on the brakes
You
and
got
shot.
kids with, dude? Bro, that's uncalled for, man. Yeah. Why you do all that for her, bro? Like, could have just leave him, bro.
I did it.
You
I
both
really
do
did
extra.
it. I ran him over. Then I looked into my rearview mirror and noticed he didn't seem to be getting up.
Dummy.
Another gift from the universe.
Oh my God. That's a gift. Okay. It's a gift for you, but is it a gift for your kids that y'all both have together? Because now he's possibly dead, and now you going to jail. So they not going to have none of their parents when they have both of them. Like, are you laughing? Oh my. But she's still. Yo, we be doing this at GTA. She really doing this. Man, what you got going on?
On July 24, 2002, Clara Harris, 60, killed her husband,
60?
44-year-old
You look 60
orthodontist
at all.
David Harris, after she found him with his alleged mistress, Gail Bridges. The private investigator Clara Harris hired to follow her husband videotaped the incident, which showed her striking him repeatedly with her Mercedes-Benz in the parking lot of a Houston hotel, the same one the couple had married in on Valentine's Day 1992. The first impact sent David Harris flying 25 feet. Then,
Damn.
Clara Harris crossed two grassy medians and ran over her husband 3 more times before she put the car in reverse and backed over his body, leaving the car parked on top of him. David Harris later died of his injuries. The day in February 2003 when Clara Harris was sentenced to 20 years in prison for murdering her husband would have been their 11th anniversary.
That's just crazy, bro. Alright. Well, that's the video. I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. I'm about to do the ranking. remember that we these is very close. I would say number one craziest would be the last one. Excuse me. I would say the last one because she went from wanting to divorce him to actually running over him and then going back and forth. Like, bro, just because he cheated, like, it's never that serious. And you just rob your kids of a normal childhood and having both of their parents because of that. That's crazy. But uh, number two, I would say, uh, I would say the first one. Yeah, I would say the first one because that dude really attacked her. It's really about a. Fortunately, she survived, but he was really doing a whole lot fiending for her, bro. For her to be Valentine or whatever the case, bro. Like, why? Just do what you do. Get another girl, bro. She not here. She don't. She decide that you not her type, bro. Go on, bro. Like, it's mad other girls, bro. Like, especially some that will pay to or get paid to do whatever you would like, bro. And the third was the middle, even though she got violated and he was whipping the dudes. Like, bro, what do you? I don't know. Might be some slavery. Like he was trying to just return the favor or something real quick. But yeah, that's my ranking. Number one, craziest is the third one. Second one is second craziest, and the or no, the first one is second craziest, and second one is third craziest. Hope I ain't confused y'all, but yeah, I'm grateful for all you guys for being here. I appreciate you as well, and you got this far in this video. I'm grateful for you. I hope you guys having a good day or night whenever it reaches you. And like, subscribe, and comment. I want to know, like, what what's your ranking? What you rank from craziest to mildest on these three options of videos? What would you rank it as? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, yeah. So I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.